All four corners of the country represented on BBC Two now in One Man and His Dog.
Hello and welcome to Wild Boar Clough, and we're high up in the Peak National Park above the site. We're on a windswept valley side. I'm with my old friend Gus Dermody, and it's completely ruined his parting. We're looking forward to today very much because it's young handlers, and to me it's really important, and it will be interesting to see whether they can show their senior colleagues how to do this difficult course. There's been 16 years of the Young Handlers competition, and of those, England have won 6 times. We've got a high quality field again, and do you think England are going to make it 7, or are the other countries going to catch up, Gus?
Well, I can't predict, but for England we've got Shirley Bousfield. Now I've seen her running and she is on form, so that should be a good run. And we've another young lady for Scotland. We've got Michelle Cutter. And then down in Wales, well, there's Lee Metcalf. Now he represented Wales at the Young Handlers at Chatsworth, and he did a very good job. And across in Ireland, we've got Paul Kennedy. And Paul Kennedy is a little bit of an unknown quantity to me, so I'm sorry, Robin, this time no predictions.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it. It takes a lot of courage for these young people to take part in this. Let's go and see the first runner. Our first handler today comes from Hillsborough, County Down in Northern Ireland. He's 14-year-old Paul Kennedy, who's making his debut in the series with his dog Joe. Paul's mother and sisters look after the pedigree Romagnola cattle, which they keep on the in-by grazing near to the house. And Paul's elder brother Mark breeds and shows Rhode Island Red Bantams.
I'm 14 and have 1 brother and 2 sisters. They help around the farm. We're in the Legan Valley area. We're about 1 mile away from Hillsborough, about 7 miles from Lisburn.
Paul's still at school, and he enjoys watching football and snooker when he's not trialling or training dogs. He's been training dogs for about 4 years now and really enjoys seeing a young dog come on. Paul likes to train on the 12 Black Welsh Ewes.
Brought them in from Scotland for a change for the dogs, so they run better. The dogs like them, they work better in them. We use sheep a lot, so the white ones get very sticky sometimes, but the black ones just keep running. I enjoy it when the dog listens to you, does what it's told, and when you have a good trial and you come off pleased. I think good run better than winning, but I like winning too.
Paul's companion at the post will be Joe, just 18 months old. He's used in all aspects of sheep work at home, and Paul says he has plenty of power, but that he's very good on his sheep. He's very friendly and affectionate, and always trying to please.
I enjoy working the dogs at home. Just when you come home from school, maybe after a hard day, you can relax with them and work them, forget about everything else.
There's Paul's father Ewell watching with his brother Mark, and they're ready for the off.
I've only seen Paul competing once before at an international young handlers competition when he represented his country. I was impressed by the way he handled his dog then. I've never seen him work Joe, but I'm sure the dog will be well up to standard. The dog's looking as if he's going to run off to the left, and the sheep are almost at the post. There are no collars on any of the 7 Swale sheep, but now Paul's set Joe to run off to the right. The sheep appear to be settled, and Joe's away. He's going out well. Giving quite good room as he gets down the field. And that's a nice outrun. It's full marks for the outrun, but the sheep are away fast. 2 points have been dropped off the lift, but the sheep are pulling hard to the left. Joe's running fast, but he's not managed to turn them into the gates in time, and that's the missed fetch gates. Well, it's taken virtually the full length of the fetch to get the sheep to settle. And unfortunately, he will have lost a lot of points. A little bit of milling around his feet. And only 10 points awarded out of 20 for the fetch. Now he's got to settle into the drive. He certainly doesn't seem to be getting flustered. And as usual, these sheep don't want to go in a straight line on the first leg of the drive. A bit slow there to take the right command. And still a little bit of zigzagging. Is he going to get them in time? Well, he's got them on line now. The dog's in the right position. Now that's a young dog's trick. He's looked back a couple of times on the drive while he's waiting for the next command. But the sheep are nicely through the end of the first drive. Turn to the right, gaining a little bit of speed, but the line's correct. It's just a distance back from them at the moment. Paul's controlling him well. It's better, he's more into contact with his sheep now. I know they're going fast, but the line's good. And in fact, it's very, very good. Directly through the centre of the cross-drive gates. A little bit wide here, but Joe's coming round and turning them back onto line. I like the dog, and I like the way Paul's controlling him. There's no Maltese cross, and so the sheep go straight into the shedding ring. "35 points out of 40 for the drive." Well, that was very good. Now in the shedding ring, none of the sheep have got collars on, and so Paul can pick any 2 out of the 7 sheep to separate from the others. They're settled, but they're tightly bunched. You have to open them up a little bit. Joe's a little bit jumpy here, but Paul's keeping him off the sheep. And he's certainly not getting flustered, and this often reflects onto the dog. He's just moving round, waiting his opportunity. That's better now. Starting to string out. 2 on the end. Will he come in? Yes, he's coming. Well, he came in very sharp. He separated the sheep, and the judges have accepted it. Whether it'll be clear, I don't know. But that dog was certainly fast at coming through. And they've given him full marks for the shed. And so from the shedding ring, they go through to the last obstacle, and that's the pen. The line's good. Just one facing the wrong way at the moment. The others are starting to walk towards the pen mouth. Still a little bit flirty at the close work.
Leon.
Paul's doing a good job here.
Wait.
Sheep
Wait,
are milling.
Leon. Wait, Leon.
As long as the dog comes up steady, he should do a good job.
Leon.
Now they're looking into the pen. Will the leaders go in?
Leon.
Yes, they're
Leon,
going
Leon.
in, and the others follow. Very good. Well, father and brother, relieved and no doubt very happy about that. 10 points for the pen, and this gives 93 in total. Well, what a great start. To get 93 on these sheep is good, and it could take some beating.
Paul, well done. Tremendous
Okay.
round. Are you pleased with it?
Yeah, I'm pleased with it.
Bit of a dodgy start.
Yeah, just missed the gate. Should have stopped the dog shorter and then I could have stopped that.
But they were away from the bottom there like sprinters,
Yeah,
weren't
they
they?
were.
And you just couldn't head them off.
No, couldn't.
Cross drive was really good.
Yeah.
And then in the shedding ring, I thought you did it just about perfectly. How
Yeah.
did you feel there?
The dog came on in well, so it didn't kill the sheep.
Did you have any other big worries?
No, not really. I was well pleased with it.
Well, I thought you did very well. Are you nervous?
No, just a wee bit before you go out the post, but it's all right when you get out the post.
But you and the dog handled it well. Very well
Yeah,
done.
Thank you.
Well done, Paul.
Joe.
This is High Force Waterfall near Barnard Castle in County Durham, where Shirley Bousfield, competing for England, lives with her parents.
I live in a hill farm. It's owned by Araby Estates in Howard and Teesdale, called Green Hills Farm. It's 1,500 feet above sea level, so it's very high up, very cold, and a lot of wind, so it's quite awkward like training dogs in winter. So when I get home it's dark, I have to rush out for about 10 minutes like in the dark. It's terrible, but it's always wet and everything, but it's sort of peaceful, but can get a bit boring. But I think that's, like, my dogs really help to pass the time. I think I'd probably go mad without them. I have 3 dogs. There's Gwen, Ruby and Sweep, and I have some puppies out of Ruby by Sweep. Sweep's the oldest. He's 3, and he's my first dog, that off Grander. He's like my favourite, 'cause he's like a friend to me really, because like we're very close. If I'm going anywhere I take him with me and things like that, and he really likes the trialling more than anything. You know, 'cause he always like, when you open the car boot, he's like rushes to it and you can't wait to go sort of thing. And he always rushes out to the post and he knows exactly what he's going to do, and I think he really enjoys it. I help my dad and my mum with the sheep because I use my dogs. Well, mainly I use Sweep and sometimes I use Ruby as well, but she's just a young one coming on. Actual training, I find it a bit hard sometimes because it's like I'm not like that patient and it's sort of awkward. The satisfaction is the good thing about it. Like Sweep, I didn't really enjoy training him because he was difficult, but I thought, you know, if I want to start training, I've got to train him myself. So it's like really good to see him do well and things like that. 'Cause you know that you trained him and everything he does was what you told him, and you know, he wouldn't know it if it wasn't for you. So I think it's more satisfying than like just buying one. It wouldn't be the same really.
Shirley's mother, Jean, was the first woman to win the English national and appear in the series. She understands how Shirley feels.
I'm sort of nervous about going on one man and his dog, but when I'm a bit older, I think it'd be nice to look back on and sort of see Sweep and everything else. It'd be nice because it's very original to have a daughter following a mother rather than son following the father's footsteps. I think it would be nice to do something different.
Away! Pulls off nicely if it turns, though.
Yeah.
When Shirley started to be interested in sheepdogs, she had no problem in getting sound advice from grandfather Wilson Hardesty or mother Jean. Both of them have previously won the English nationals, and that really is an achievement. She's on her own now though, but I'm sure she'll put up a good performance. The sheep are almost at the post, and Sweep has been set off to the right. Quite steady as he goes down the field, and the sheep are still at the bottom. Dog coming in behind. He's looking back at the field staff, but it was a good outrun. Full marks for the outrun. and full marks for the lift. But the sheep are moving off to the left. The dog's a long way back. He's going to miss. Well, they've just gone down the side of the fetch. That's a shame after a good start like that. And the sheep are coming up the field very fast. Again, the dog's still a long way back, so it's going to make for a wide turn. Well, 11 points out of 20 for the fetch. The sheep have slowed right the way down. And Shirley's got to take them in as straight a line as possible to the first drive gates. Well, that's quite good. They're going fairly fast down towards the gates. The dog's in a good position, and that's nicely through. Again, sweep some distance behind, so it's making for a fairly wide turn. It's got them back onto line again now. Bit of zigzagging, first to the right, then to the left, now to the right again. Ah, that's annoying. She asked the dog to come to the right, he went left. The dog's got to come well to the right. The sheep are drifting uphill. Just missed the gates. Well, that was a shame. If the dog had taken the first command that she gave him, no doubt he would have covered the sheep and got them through the end of the cross drive. So again, it's a wide turn, and the sheep are facing the dog. He's coming up, he's staying on his feet, and the sheep are now moving for the dog. They go straight into the shedding ring. And it's 26 out of 40 for the driving. Well, that's quite good, really. And in the shedding ring, any two have got to be separated from the others. But they're getting out, and all, maybe but one sheep has gone out of the sawdust ring. And every time the sheep go out, some points have to be lost. Here's a chance. Ah, the dog won't come through. How frustrating. Shirley made the gap, but the dog wasn't too keen on coming through. They've all got out again, and she looks really disappointed at this stage. The sheep have got a long way to come back now into the shedding ring. And she's to start again.
Stop there! Stop there!
And Shirley will try and make the gap, and then she'll ask sweep through.
Stop there!
It's obvious he's a little bit reluctant at the shedding,
Stop there!
although he's keen on the sheep themselves.
Stop there! Stop there!
Some dogs just can't understand why you should deal with two sheep. They'd sooner deal with the whole bunch. Here's the gap. He's just come through. The judges have accepted it. Mum and Dad must be very relieved now. And Sweep goes round to regroup the sheep. Well, 3 points out of 10 have been awarded for the shed. And now it's the pen, but the sheep are racing up towards the pen. Will she get the gate open in time? It's an awkward spot to be in. The sheep are coming onto the top of her now. Now this is difficult. She's got to try and open the gate without the sheep getting down one side or other. Moving him to the right while she opens the gate, but now of course they've gone off to the left. But Sweep's still got all the sheep. Just means that some points will be lost because she didn't take them in a straight line from the shedding ring into the pen. Down onto Sweep's side. So he's getting them to the mouth, and that's it. In they go. So that completes the course. Well, she still loves him. And the crowd appreciated that. Just 2 points were dropped at the pen, and this gives a total of 78 points. Sweep was too far back on the fetch, and then he wouldn't flank on the cross drive, so they missed both sets of gates, but it was still quite a good run.
Bad luck, Shirley, you had 1 or 2 problems.
Yeah, I think it's just the sheep were too fast and I was trying to keep him off them, to keep them quiet, but then he was too far away to do anything.
And so on the lift gates they were off too fast and poor old Sweep was far too far back.
Yeah, couldn't do anything about it.
You did get them through the first drive gates all
Yeah.
right. And then the cross drive seemed to be going all right, and then you lost it right at the end.
Well, he was just too far behind again, so couldn't do anything about it.
So was that his fault or your fault, do you think?
Probably mine.
And then you had a little bit of a nightmare in the shedding ring.
Yeah, well, I was just glad to get it because he's not a good shedder, so I was just glad to get one at all.
But at least you did get him in the pen all right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot. I thought you did a lot better than I would have done. Thanks. 16-year-old Lee Metcalf from Bilth-Wells is our Welsh contender. He's still at school and trains on his grandfather's farm.
177 acres this farm is, and we got another farm over the hill, a bit smaller. We got 3 dogs, Toss, the one I run, and Grandpa's got Fern and Joe. The sheep are Beulah Face Speckle. I've had 3 other dogs. Jaff was the dog that got into the International Grand Prix. I worked him and didn't do too bad with him until he got too old, and then I had a pup, Ben. He was a pup. I tried to train from a pup but failed to do much good. So then I had Cap. I ran him at sheepdog trials until he got too old. And then now I got Toss. He's 3 this month. He's potentially, I think, going to be a good dog. Under the time I've had with him, I think he's working very well. Oh, he's got a very good character, happy dog, full of work. He's very strong behind sheep, but he's got a good stop on him, so he can come slowly behind sheep when you want him to.
Come by, come by.
I've been tried in 5 years now. First trial was here at Andrina, nursery trial. I ran the old dog Jaff. It was probably about the best run I've ever had. I like competing against people and meeting different people and talking about trialing and learning off different people.
Undoubtedly the biggest influence on Lee's trialling career has been his grandfather, who encourages Lee's aspirations.
I'd like to qualify for the national with Toss to start off with, and then perhaps running the young handlers in the international. At the moment that's the main ambition, but I wouldn't mind getting in the Welsh team when I get a bit older.
Lee has been competing in trials for some time now, culminating in him running at the International Young Handlers competition at Chatsworth in 1996 with Toss. Under his grandfather's guidance, he's done well in Wales, and we wish him luck here today. The sheep are at the post, and Toss is off to the right. The field staff are holding the sheep well, but Toss is starting to come in early. He's starting to come in tight, and the sheep are off fast. Well, he's dropped one off his outrun, and Toss has got to come round fast to get these sheep onto line for the fetch gates. He's a clear lift, but the sheep are still offline, and he's missed the gates completely. They're offline all the way along the fetch. Well, it is disappointing for these young handlers, but Toss is well back from the sheep, and it's making for poor lines, and so a lot of points will have to be lost. Well, he's dropped half on his fetch, and now the sheep are going to the right, and Toss is slow to come round. It's a tremendous bend to the right, and he was very tight there. Now that's going to upset the sheep, and this is just the spot where we want them settled on that first leg of the drive. They're coming right back now to Lee. But the dog's covered. Well, they really are seesawing left and right.
Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back.
And now the pen's going to be in the way.
Where, you were?
It's going to be awkward because as the dog goes round to the left, the sheep go to the right.
Stand there, stand.
So it's going to be quite difficult to get them away from the side of the pen. Toss in the pen, but the sheep are starting to move.
Stand. Come back, come back, stand.
And he's got them away.
Stand, stand. Come back.
Well, it really is difficult. That's a little bit better. Can he turn them in time? No. Well, he has, but he's cut them back again. And again, they're coming back in the wrong direction. The dog's just overflanking. And it's times like this with unsettled sheep that at a normal trial, you'd just call it a day and you'd walk off. But all credit to Lee here, he's sticking at it. It must be really difficult. He's trying his best, but Toss keeps overflanking and hooking these sheep left and right. Now they've gone across the mouth of the gates. I think he's deciding to leave it at that. He's going onto the cross drive now. They're the wrong side of the tree. But he's starting to go towards the far side. Coming up the field a little bit. Toss is covering. He's asking him right again. But he won't stop. He's heading the sheep. He's going on the wrong side. And he's turned the sheep back in towards the field yet again. So the sheep never did make the cross drive gates. And they're into the shedding ring, and with Toss being a long distance away, they've gone out on the far side. Well, Lee's making his way into the ring. And he's getting Toss to bring them after him. It's a slow job. But now that they're in, any 2 out of the 7 sheep need to be cut away from the others. He's only got 10 out of 40 for the driving. Now this will be preying on his mind quite a bit, but he's got to sort of keep his chin up and keep trying and forget about the bits that have gone on so far and concentrate now on the shed. That's better now. He appears to be going for the 2 on the front. He's making the gap, asking Toss through, but Toss has turned onto the wrong sheep. Now he's turned onto the correct ones. The judges have accepted it, and the sheep are regrouped. But it won't be clean. In fact, 2 points have been dropped off. So that's not too bad. And the last obstacle is the pen.
You come on, walk on.
The gate's open ready. And Toss is coming up steady.
Walk on.
The sheep have waited in the shedding ring. So he's to keep his line as straight as possible.
Yeah. Come back,
but the sheep are breaking left. Toss is that little bit slow to cover.
Yeah, come by. Stand.
Well, you can see the frustration in Lee's face.
Come by.
He's having difficulty with Toss trying to get these sheep up towards the pen itself. They're moving left and right. They're facing the dog.
Come by.
They're just showing how awkward they can be. One breaking to the left and those to the right, and Toss is just that little bit slow to take his commands. Lee's giving them in time. I think Toss is getting a little bit fed up now. And of course, Lee's restricted. He's got to hold the rope at all times, so he can't go and help the dog anymore. It's up to Toss to bring the sheep closer to the pen. Now he's in a better position. That's better. Well, I'm sure he'll be happy to see those sheep to go into the pen. The judges have only awarded 2 out of 10 for the pen, and in total then this gives him 59 points. What must be going through Lee's mind? We've all had runs like that.
Bad luck, Lee. What do you think the problem was?
Sheep were stubborn. I don't know.
Had you used Swaledales before?
No.
So it was totally new to you? And was the course a bit small, or how did you find the course?
Well, it was a bit trickier than it looked to start with, but I could have done with a bit more room, but it wasn't too bad.
And so you just couldn't control them, could you?
No.
You started off all wrong, and it didn't improve, really.
Well, get these days now.
Absolutely. Well, we hope you'll have another day, because to me you've got the look of a good shepherd about you. Better luck next time.
Thank you.
To meet our Scottish competitor, we go north to Galashiels, to Burnhouse Mains, the home of Michelle Cutter, who loves the life on the farm.
Just help my dad, like when the lambing comes round in the cabin, feeding the sheep and things like that. Quite enjoy it. Driving the motorbikes. Just to check the sheep and just see the cows and that, just to see what they're doing and that. I've got a wee flock of my own sheep as well. A pet cow called Ty and a pet sheep called Hobnob.
Michelle and her 2 brothers, Mark 16 and Craig 12, all do their bit to help their father Alistair, who's the farm manager. And in addition, Michelle works hard at school.
Favourite subjects are craft and design, art and design, English and maths and PE. Quite enjoy PE. I play basketball, football, tennis, and horse riding and running dogs and working on the farm and things like that. Just took it from my dad when he worked on the farm. I just quite enjoyed it. I started when I was 13 and I just continued trialling from then. Just followed Dad's footsteps when I just thought it was interesting, so I just thought I would take it up and see how it went. It was the nursery here. My dad had a wee nursery, so it was the first time, and I got prize money for being the best young handlers. I've got a shield and a cup from when I've won with Jimmy. I won the shield at Gifford and I won the cup at Oxton, the Scott Cup at Oxton. I like working with dogs because I've always liked animals, and I like just trialling and that. I find it just like a hobby, just interesting. He's 6 years old and he's a smooth collie, he's not a rough collie. And he's brave and got an eye on sheep, and he'll never take his eye off the sheep if he sees them. And easy on the sheep, like doesn't like run to them or like fastly or scare them or anything. Just a nice steady dog, just balanced dog.
There's Michelle's father, Alistair, talking to Michael Pernier as she walks down to the post. Her dog Jim was bred at home, and already they've been successful in the young handler competitions. The sheep up to now have been very touchy at the bottom of the field, and they tended to race away as soon as the dog attempts to lift them. It's a case of fingers crossed, hoping they'll settle. Well, they appear to be settled now, and Jim's well down the field. He's giving plenty of room, but he's overlapped. The sheep are away fast. She's flanking him left. She's dropped 2 points on the outrun, but he's going back to the right again, so she's got to flank him left once more. It's 2 points dropped off the lift, and the sheep are way off line. Now he's staying out, covering the sheep and pushing them back onto line. But a lot of points will be dropped on this fetch. Well, none of the young handlers have managed to get the fetch gates today. And only 9 out of 20 have been awarded by the judges. Sheep again won't go straight away from the dog. Bending left. Now they're drifting a little bit to the right, but the pace is better. They're just on the top of this slight hill crest, and they're going across the hill rather than directly down it. The sheep are still seesawing. But Michelle's working him well. Just covered that. Now come on to the left. That's okay. But again they swing to the right. He's just overflanking that little bit, and now it's really exaggerating the point. The nearer they get to the gates, the swings are getting wider to the left and to the right. Almost there. And they've done it. Dog's through rather tight. You mustn't hook them back again. But they're off on the cross drive. Going a little bit high towards the fetch gates. He's covering and turning them back. So it's a struggle to get good lines on this drive. They're now up towards the sawdust ring, but again is covered. They need to be pushed further down into the field. They're rather high at the moment. That's better. Come on, once more. No, is he going too early? He has. He's gone too early round the sheep. And of course they've turned across the mouth of the gate. So she's missed the end of the cross drive. Putting the sheep back onto line as they go towards the shedding ring. He's just asking him up, but he's holding back a little bit there.
Get up!
That's
Lie
it.
down here! Lie down here! Lie down!
The sheep are coming into the ring now.
Lie! Lie down! Lie down! Lie! Lie down! Lie down here!
24 out of 40 for the driving.
Lie down!
The sheep are right on the edge of the shedding ring.
Lie down!
You'll have to push them further in.
Lie down!
They're doing a little bit of milling.
Lie down!
They're unsettled.
Lie down! Lie down!
Well, he covered there. He's kept them in.
Lie down here! Lie down here! Lie down!
At last he lies down. Now she can concentrate. Here's the gap. She's asking him in. He's come in.
Here!
And that's it. That's okay.
Bye! Bye!
The sheep have to be regrouped now. Shirley and Sweep know what this is like.
Jimmy!
And the judges have just taken one off the shed.
Lie down! Lie down! Steady!
Now
Jimmy!
making her way to the pen.
Lie down! Lie down!
The sheep are going offline a little bit as they go from the shedding ring to the pen.
Lie! Jimmy, lie down!
She's keeping her eye on the dog, and
Lie down!
but he's still pushing these sheep on. Come on, get that gate open.
Lie down here!
They're offline at the moment. Coming up towards the pen mouth now.
Lie down!
So it won't be clean, but
Lie down!
it's not a bad line.
Lie down!
Gently does it.
Lie down! Bye! Lie down! Lie down here!
Just a little bit of milling. There's a ewe looking in. She's turned back again across the front.
Lie down, lie down, lie down.
That's better. Carefully does it.
Lie down there.
Jimmy stays there. I'm sure Michelle can do the rest. Remember, she can't use the gate, so she's got to push them in they go. And there we are. Sheep safely in the pen. What have the judges awarded? Father, well, quite pleased and recording the happy scene. 1 point dropped on the pen. This gives a total of 77 points. Well, unfortunately, she missed the 2 obstacles and had a difficult first drive. But on today's sheep, I think she did a good job.
Michelle, quite an exciting round.
Yeah,
They came up the field very, very quickly. That was a problem.
yeah, they just shut up. They just didn't like them at all. They just came so fast. Couldn't stop them.
And then you got them under control for the cross drive, just about.
Yeah.
And then they went astray again.
Yeah.
Any idea why?
Maybe he was pushing them a bit, but I think he had them under control and was like keeping an eye on them and that.
You sounded quite cross there once or twice.
Yeah.
With the sheep or Jimmy?
Both, sort of. The sheep just kept on like moving and I just couldn't stop them at one point.
You frightened me once or twice. Now you've got a very loud whistle. Is that all tongue and fingers?
Yeah.
That's very good. You must feel exhausted then.
Yeah, but I'm quite pleased I got finished. So.
Yeah, I thought you
It's the
did
main
well.
thing.
I thought you did jolly well.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well, our winner is Paul Kennedy and Joe with 93 points, Shirley Bousfield second with 78, then Michelle Cutter and finally Lee Metcalf. That was really a great day's trialling, and you really have to admire the skill and courage of these young handlers. The Young Handlers competition started in 1980, and in this 21st series of One Man and His Dog, I have great pleasure in having with me the very first winner of the Young Handlers competition, who's going to present the prizes, David Bristow. And the runner-up of this year's Young Handlers competition is Shirley Bousfield of England and Sweep. And this year's young handler is Paul Kennedy from Ireland and Joe. Join us again next week for the 21st final of One Man and His Dog.
Swallows and Amazons may have been an awfully big adventure, but for Arthur Ransom, life was slightly more complicated. Friends and relatives tell of the other side to the children's author in 45 minutes.
Fame.
I don't know, it's just crazy. It's just
overwhelming. Fame.
Christmas with a teething baby.
Meningococcal septicemia is infection of the bloodstream by the bacteria called the meningococcus. It affects all of the blood vessels of the body and the working of the heart, and half the people who get it can die.
On Christmas Eve morning, we'd had an absolutely wretched night on the 23rd. He hadn't slept at all. I'd taken his nappy off at about 7 o'clock. Gus was covered in pinprick rash all over his body, and at that point I consulted a medical textbook, which I sat on the bed looking through, and meningococcal septicemia appeared on this page, and Gus virtually covered every symptom. At that point I called the doctor. He told me it was merely teething. As a first-time mum, not having had anything to compare it with, I went along with it. Having said that, I knew in the back of my mind that he was a lot sicker than just teething.
As doctors will only see one case of meningococcal infection, maybe in their whole lifetime as a GP, it can be very difficult for them to distinguish that one case of meningococcal infection from the hundreds that they'll see with other more trivial viral infections.
Sarah wasn't feeling too good herself, but was determined to go out for a Christmas drink.
You're not feeling well, Sarah. I should go easy on the drink.
Well, I'm going to be driving, so I'm not drinking anyway. Oh.
And with Gus unwell, it looked like being a quiet Christmas Eve for Peter and Susanna.
Christmas Eve on BBC One. Britta's has a special present for his staff.
Susie screamed and said, "Come upstairs quickly. There's something wrong with Gus." So I dashed upstairs, and he was covered with all these beetroot-coloured spots.
Oh, dear God.
I was absolutely horrified. I've never seen anything like it. He looked like a bad banana.
Oh, little one.
I'm calling the doctor.
Yes.
At that point, we knew something was very seriously wrong. He was virtually in a trance. There was virtually no movement from him at all. I phoned the emergency doctor.
Right. We'll take him to the hospital ourselves.
The minute I described to him that my sick baby had black bruises on his body, he didn't want the conversation to proceed any further and told us to not wait for an ambulance, to get into the car, and that, from what I'd said, it looked like it was meningococcal septicemia. The doctor had phoned ahead, and the nurses and doctors were waiting. They'd quickly lifted him out of my arms, and the process of the Christmas started from there on.
The most important part of the care of a child with meningococcal infection is the immediate management when the child first gets to its local hospital. That really means giving antibiotics to kill the meningococcal infection and pouring in fluid to replace the fluid that's leaked out of the circulation.